Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin with today's news headlines. Before maybe the biggest low-country crowd this side of the RBC heritage, former Governor Nikki Haley made her case to be President of the United States at USCB on Monday, arguing that former President Donald Trump causes too much chaos to be successful. She was careful to say that Trump was the right president at the right time, but that the time is now for a new generation of leadership. Haley says that by the time the primary race gets to South Carolina in February, she and Trump will be the only two candidates left. The crowd was estimated 2,500 people, with more than 1,000 having to watch on monitors outside USCB's Recreation Center. Our own Allie McNair was there, and we'll have the story in just a moment. Now, this holiday season, Hilton Head's Fire Department is lighting a wreath with green lights, but replacing them with a red one for each preventable fire between now and Christmas. The first red bulb might come from a fire over the weekend on Nazarene Road that burned out a family of 5 who fortunately got out just fine. The only minor injury suffered by a neighbor trying to make sure the house was empty. And the home was a total loss, and the Red Cross now is working to get the family back on its feet. Well, Alec Murdaugh is expected to get a jail sentence he cannot appeal when he stands before Judge Clifton Newman in a Beaufort courtroom today. With some of the many victims in the gallery, Newman is expected to accept a plea deal between Murdaugh and prosecutors. It'll keep Murdaugh in prison for 27 years on financial crimes, no matter what happens to his murder conviction appeals. Murdaugh has admitted he stole millions from clients he represented in insurance cases. Well, how do you think our state and our nation's economy are doing? Well, the State Chamber of Commerce survey of over 900 businesses shows 82% of our business owners think the state's economy, well, is good or excellent, but only 42% think the nation's economy is in that good a shape. Those same business owners list a lack of workers is a bigger challenge than inflation, and that paying those workers' wages and benefits is the biggest drag on their businesses' earning potential. 70% of businesses say they're struggling to hire and retain workers, and say probably increasing wages and those benefits is the best solution. And finally, now that college alums are having to pay back their student loan debt, how much of it do you think our kids have? Well, an organization that helps students navigate college says South Carolina collegians have the 5th highest per capita debt, over $38,000, a few grand behind number 1 Maryland and number 2 Georgia. North Dakota students have the smallest debt at about $30,000. Nationally, students are now paying back about $1.7 trillion borrowed to get through college. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on your screen. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And check out our website at WHHITV.com. And if you have a news tip, a story idea, a cool weather photo, well, you can just email it to us at news@WHHITV.com. And now let's get an update from Justin Jarrett on sports. Take it away, Justin.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Lowco on WHHI, powered by LowcoSports.com. And it's time for high school basketball to take center stage. We have our fullest slate of games thus far on tap tonight, with just about everyone in the Lowco in action for a busy Tuesday night of hoops. But first, there were a handful of games on the schedule last night. It was a tough night for Beaufort High as the Eagles were swept by visiting Ashley Ridge, which claimed the girls' game by a lopsided 79-19 score and held off a scrappy effort from the Beaufort boys for a 60-49 victory. Elsewhere, Colleton County's boys stayed perfect with a 69-37 drubbing of St. John's Christian, but the Cougar girls lost 42-37 to Allendale-Fairfax, and Orangeburg Prep swept Colleton Prep. We have some good ones on tap tonight, including a few Lowco-on-Lowco clashes, with Hampton County visiting Bluffton for a pair of intriguing matchups, Hilton Head Prep traveling to Patrick Henry, and May River on the road at Ridgeland-Hardyville. Battery Creek, Colleton Prep, Hilton Head High, John Paul II, Cross, and Thomas Hayward all have home games tonight as well. We spoke with Bluffton girl star Takoya Hayward on Monday night's Lowco Sports Lowdown. A starter for the Bobcats since she was in 7th grade, Hayward is now part of a trio of seniors who hope to lead Bluffton deep into the playoffs this season. And we'll be live at 10 p.m. tonight for the Lowco Hoops Report, getting updates from gyms around the Lowco in real time as we round up all the scores, stats, and highlights from a busy night of Lowco hoops. For Lowco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.
Thank you, Justin. Well, the weather has been really chilly. Maria, will you give us the forecast?
Thanks, Robyn. Yep, so taking a look ahead, we are going to see warmer weathers and showers and thunderstorms throughout the end of this week. But taking a look at Wednesday, it's going to be sunny, but still have that freeze warning in effect. Hillnet's going to have a high of 54, a low of 37. Bluffton's going to have a high of 55, a low of 34. And Beaufort's going to have a high of 55 and a low of 36. The sunrise for Wednesday is going to be at 7:04 and sunset's going to be at 5:18. Looking at the beach tides, high tide's going to be at 10:14 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 5:38 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, Thursday is going to be partly cloudy with the highs getting back up into the 60s. Lows are going to be in the 40s and 30s. Come Friday, it's going to be cloudy with scattered showers throughout the day and possibly into the evening. Highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s. And then come Saturday, it's going to be scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day and going into the evening. Highs in the upper 60s, lows in the lower 60s. That's it for today. Let's send it back to the desk.
Coming up after the break, our own Allie McNair was at the event yesterday with Nikki Haley. We'll have her story next.